Hello and welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I'm your host, Michael Carvelis, here in Guyton, Georgia. It is Tuesday, May the 13th, 2025. We are live on 12 on Sports via X and YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to the 12 on Sports YouTube channel for other great shows and live sports. On today's awesome show, I'll look at the 2026 chances for the Ottawa Black Bears. Is there hope for the future? The next round of NLL awards has been announced. I will react to that. Keegan Bell and Kyle Buchanan, congrats. And Fresh Fits, I'll unveil the round 2 winners and talk about our semifinals matchups coming up this week. We want to first let you know this show is presented by the ticketing platform at 12onsports.com. Head over to 12ozsports.com and click the tickets tab. When you do that, search for your favorite sports team, whether it's the NLL or not, and there you'll find tickets for less. You can also find your favorite music artist concerts and even Broadway and theater if you're into that kind of thing. 12onsports.com/tickets or go to 12onsports.com and click the tickets tab. Alrighty, our first topic is going to talk about the Ottawa Black Bears. After a 9-9 season, what are their chances looking like next season? This bag of worms is quite the one to open because, as we know, Jeff Teat is the darling of the National Lacrosse League. We know that Ottawa relocated from Long Island to get help from the big brother of the NHL team, which is the Ottawa Senators. We know that the Riptide/Black Bears have not made the playoffs. And this year they finished 9th place in the league and weren't very competitive the last couple of weeks of the season, getting manhandled by the Rush late, even though we all knew by that point the Black Bears had nothing left to fight for. But remember earlier in the season when the Ottawa Black Bears were actually winning games and people were saying before the season started that Ottawa was poised to make a run? And I never thought that. The reason I did a Mike Overreact segment on that regarding the change of location was because that was how dumb it sounded. This team did not change anything. Now, the goalie situation obviously improved, but there were still so many holes on the roster. Jeff Teat was still by himself offensively, even though Jacob Dunbar, I thought, was a fantastic addition until he took too many shots away from Jeff Teat. But folks, the Ottawa Black Bears still have massive things to look at here. I also think the injury to Callum Jones to start the season for most of the season was a major, major blow. But I said it before on this show, I think the Ottawa Black Bears have a really good foundation of pieces to build around. Now, to emphasize the Jeff Teat point even more before I move on to next season, this graphic that the Ottawa Black Bears posted is absolutely damning to this roster. Their top 5 point leaders, Jeff Teat 112, Connor Kieran 65 is second best. Riley O'Connor, who missed half the year, had 41. Jacob Dunbar, who was benched for half the year, had 38. And Larson Sundown, despite having a hot start, finished with 36. That is absolutely astonishing when you consider what this graphic means. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Superman in Ottawa needs a sidekick. Now, there is speculation that Rich Lisk, the general manager for the Black Bears, could not be there next season. But I don't know if that changes anything. Like he got Zach Higgins. I know like it kind of fell into their lap because Higgins came from the Philadelphia Wings. And then like when the Wings got their pick, it's like, we don't need you. We're going to stockpile our guy, Nick Demuth. Turns out Zach Higgins going away from the Wings was a major blow to them. So I think getting Zach Higgins was a big deal. I think drafting Callum Jones is a big deal. I thought, like I said, Jacob Dunbar had a good season until we just didn't like Jeff T not having the ball all the time. But make no mistake, Jacob Dunbar was an exile from San Diego. Like, that team was so, what we thought was stacked up offensively, they didn't need Jacob Dunbar. And I thought Dunbar, again, had a really strong start to the season, and had he been given more chances to play, this graphic would have looked probably a little better. But this graphic is just insane. So what will the Black Bears do next season? When I talk about the foundation of this team, do they have a star player? Do they have like a number one guy, a guy who can go get a bucket or get a goal? It's Jeff Teets. Do they have a defensive juggernaut, a guy who can get in the faces of star players and set the tone? Yeah. Callum Jones. Do they have an elite goaltender, or borderline at least elite goaltender, that can make a bunch of saves and even once he's not supposed to? Yeah, Zach Higgins. So they're not missing much. Like, you've got the foundational pieces to build around, which is why I do think if the speculation of Rich Lisk is true, I thought Lisk again had set this team up, maybe not perfectly, but has done a pretty good job in my opinion. I had him in top 5 of my general manager of the year. I know maybe nobody else did. I mean, but for the mics, it's like I'm the only one with a vote on the show, so I'll take it. We might need to add Leroy and captain to our votes next year. We'll think about that. We'll discuss in our daily dive front office meetings. But regardless, I just feel like the Ottawa Black Bears were so close this year. There was a big lull of just like disappointment, just bore. And sometimes this team does get boring. I've said before, I think the offensive coach should be looked at. I'm not the biggest fan of Daniel Adesor. Like, I don't know what he's shown to keep his job for another year. But I believe some coaching can help. And I believe, like I said, the number 2 guy, and again, maybe it is the coaching that scratched Jacob Dunbar, but I'm telling you, I don't know if Dunbar's the difference, but does he provide a little bit more offense when they need it? Yeah. Like, why wouldn't he? After the start he had, I don't care how often the ball's dying in a stick somehow, he had a good year. So I feel like Ottawa is on the brink. Are they a contender yet? No. And they might be 2 or 3 years from that. But can they make the playoffs next year and have the strongest chance in franchise history? Yeah, I do think that. Do I think it's going to happen? Gun to my head right now, I don't know. Life depending on it, I don't know. But unlike the teams that we talked about last week, we did the Colorado Mammoth, Albany Firewolves, Toronto Rock. Those 3 teams look like they could be good. But man, oh man, it feels like Ottawa is one of those teams where, despite having a bright future, might be stuck in neutral without like another major change. And again, when you have the foundational pieces there, it does feel frustrating. But that's why some people are paid to do the big dog. They finished 8-10, by the way. I read that wrong. I don't know why I put 9-9. They finished 8-10. So those of you that have already corrected me in your head, I see it. I don't know why I put that 9-9. Regardless of that fact, Ottawa Black Bears, 50-50 chance to make the playoffs next year. I think it's less than 50-50, but is it closer to 50 than it is to 0? Absolutely, which is a good thing. But, like I said, Ottawa could either be one of the worst teams again next year, or they could be a top 6 team. But we don't, again, like they're still a few pieces away But I think just a couple of adjustments here and there wouldn't be terrible. And again, bring back Jacob Dunbar. Like, come on, what are we doing? I'm going to down that hill. I'm sorry. Like, the guy showed up. We come back to this awesome show. Let's talk about the NLL awards, including Keegan Bell, who's the biggest beauty you'll ever meet. I'll reference that on the other side. This is Daily Dive. Don't go anywhere. I know you won't.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
America, get back on track with Dust Pod's Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
Daily Dive is back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Daily Dive, the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. It is 4:14 p.m. here on Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. We are live on 12 Ounce Sports. And, of course, be sure to go to 12ouncesports.com and click the tickets tab to shop for your favorite sports team. Don't worry, it's there, and it's cheaper than everybody else. Why wouldn't you do it? Why? All right, so I thought we were going to get our coaching stuff today. We're not. So the NLL award stuff is here. And here it is. We're going to first get to Keegan Bell, who was voted on by the NLLPA as Teammates of the Year. Now, I'm not saying the vote was rigged, but I will say Keegan Bell may have earned a little bit of traction from the fact that he was on Morning Shoot-Around and told one of the greatest stories you can ever tell, whether it be from lacrosse or anything. That was a great episode. I'm just poking fun. But no, Keegan Bell, of course, is the guy, for those of you that do not know, he's a massive individual, first of all, but he's the guy who was the backup goalie for Thomas Kajzik. Remember when Frank Scigliano had a kid, then Cody Jansen from the Rush's page said something along the lines of, there's this weird league rule where they couldn't get their guy in. I believe their guy was supposed to be maybe Lane Rushka. I don't know if it was Thomas Kajzik. I never really asked anybody that. But it's like, I think they wanted Lane Rushka, so they ended up going with a 20-year-old Thomas Kajzik. And then to back him up because they couldn't get Lane Rushka, or they couldn't get their guy, they had to ask Keegan Bell. And Keegan Bell said on Morning Shoot-Around with a great podcast on YouTube with Christian Del Bianco, Tyler Pace, and Tino Farah, if you guys are wondering what the reference is there. Keegan Bell said he had not played goalie since Pee Wee. or like the little tyke stuff. Like he was shocked that they did that, but he did it. He accepted the role. It might help when he's a gigantic dude. Like I just gotta pull up the tape real quick. I don't know. I should again be more prepared sometimes instead of just looking stuff up on here. But who gives a snot, right? So Keegan Bell, he's about like 6'4". Like he looks massive. Keegan Bell, it's funny that he's gonna have 6 games played as goalie. That's amazing. Oh, I did him wrong. 6'5", and I feel like 210 is selling him short, but we're selling him too skinny. But 6'5" monster of a man. Again, tells great stories as well. But just to sit there and just, I don't want to say the backup goalie thing was really the key here. But I mean, if that's what pushes you over the top, that's what pushes you over the top. But I would like to know like how the NLPA comes to this conclusion. I guess like obviously maybe like teams have to like nominate their guy. I don't know. It's a cool award though. It's one of the things where it's like, okay, that's cool, but I don't know what it means, but it's cool. Good for him. This one, so I believe Lyle Thompson was once again a finalist for Sportsmanship Award winner, and Kyle Buchanan won the award. So that was amazing. I also have questions like I'll get to my Kyle Buchanan point soon, but I wonder how this is voted on, honestly. Because it does make you like wonder, like, if media people have votes, are they? I don't think they should be allowed to vote on this. I don't know if they are. They're probably not. I hope it's just coaches and players. And the best part about this thing, about Kyle Buchanan winning it, we know he's known as the water bug. And what does the water bug do? Nothing that makes you feel good. Like Kyle Buchanan will go fight for a loose ball. He'll go grab an offensive rebound or off like a loose ball from when your own team shoots it. He'll rough it up inside, and yet the league feels like, well, the players and coaches feel like at least he's a great sportsman. He's got great sportsmanship, and I don't know. Like I battle with this in my head. Like, how much does that mean? Like, does this help you win games? It's like we're like playing psychologists right now. And so on one hand, it's like, well, Lyle Thompson's got like 5 of these things or 6 of them. It's like the Swarm have one championship. Well, but I guess if you're looking for like, I do again, like I'm not taking anything away from Kyle Buchanan. It's just one of those awards, like no matter which sport does it. I know like Mike Conley has won it a boatload of times in the NBA. And I've always wondered, like, do players, like, do they care about this award? Like, I'm just wondering, like, maybe Kyle Buchanan does because he's a veteran at this point. Maybe he is proud of this. But I don't know if he's necessarily, like, on the list of priorities or list of accomplishments in his career, if this even makes the top 10 or top 20. I'm wondering. It might, and good, more power to him. I kind of feel like it's not a participation trophy, but it's one of those awards where if you look at it on the surface, it's like, oh, cool. But then you look at it more, it's like, okay, that makes sense. But does it contribute to winning? I don't know. It's like saying this is like 2 different things here, but it's kind of like saying a guy's got killer mentality or he's clutch. Like, those aren't real things, but we like to think they're real. The sportsmanship obviously is more of a real thing than the clutch gene, in my opinion. So I'm not taking that away from Kyle Buchanan. Again, this is not a knock on him. It's just one of those awards where it's like, we're happy to see it and we're congratulating him, but I don't know if he particularly cares, and I could be wrong, but it's just like, cool. But again, like nothing's going to come out of it. It's still fun. It's cool that he got the award, though. Again, the style of play that Kyle Buchanan has, this is impressive because like he likes to muck it up inside, not like play dirty, but he does like to get in the dirty spots of the floor. Good for him. I don't ever see him trash talk if that helps you, but that's impressive. Like the guy like just does his stuff. Now Josh Byrne, And DeHogue and others will throw a couple like, screw yous. But Calvin Cannon looks like he scores goals and just goes to tap his teammates on the helmet and say good pass. So there you go. All right, enough of that. Like that was just, it didn't mean anything. It just sounded good to me. Shout out Keegan Bell and Calvin Cannon. Maybe tomorrow we'll have the coach of the year. I don't know. When we come back, there are 4 matchups in round 2 of Fresh Fits. It is time to tell you which 4 players advanced, voted on by you, the fans. Don't go anywhere. We'll unveil the semifinals coming up next. You're watching Daily Dive.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
You need tickets to that next event? We've got them. That's right, tickets.12ozsports.com. Get you to any sporting event, concert, theater event that you can think of. And the promo code 12OZ or ROME gets you an additional discount. Don't feed the massive ticket corporate machine. Go to tickets.12ozsports.com and enjoy the show. America, get back on track with Dust Pods Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
Daily Dive is back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, and I want to say good morning to Kai the goalie. You're late. I'm kidding. Welcome back to Daily Dive, the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. We are live on 12 on Sports YouTube and X. Be sure to subscribe to the 12 on Sports YouTube channel for other great shows and live sports, including college lacrosse and Box Lacrosse League. But yeah, 12 on Sports is everywhere you need to be in one place. Kind of like, what superhero would that be? Like the guy who can I forgot what superhero that is. I feel bad now. Happy Pete Rose reinstatement day, by the way, for those baseball fans. Irrelevant. Okay, let's do it. All season long, reminder, in the regular season, I would choose players who were the best dressed on their teams. After adding them all up, certain players from each team got to be nominated for a big vote at the end of the season. Last year, you, the fans, voted Joe Terrence the best dressed player. We had a merch opening live on the show with Joe this season. This year, we are now completing round number 2. Those results are now in. Let's do this one. Number 1, Will Malcolm against number 9, Taylor Jensen. On Instagram, Will Malcolm won the vote 9-6. On Instagram, Taylor Jensen was voted 18-7. The total, Taylor Jensen 24, Will Malcolm 16. Taylor Jensen, the number 9 seed, is moving on in our Fresh Fits brackets. I'm so proud of that sound effect. Number 4, Reed Bowering versus number 12, Andy Borgatti of the Ottawa Black Bears. There was quite a push for Andy Borgatti from Connor Kieran on Instagram, and that totaled him. Andy Borgatti won the votes on Instagram 6-3. Now, This thing was tied on Twitter because Reed Bowering was up 6-3. I had a post this morning saying, hey guys, one vote could make or break this thing. And Reed Bowering got the extra vote, winning the total vote 10-9. Number 4, Reed Bowering, is moving on in our Fresh Fits bracket, meaning Reed Bowering will face off against Taylor Jensen as part of our Final Four. Now, we're going to move on to this. Number 3, Dane Smith of the Buffalo Bandits was against number 11, Ryan Benesh of the San Diego Seals. On Instagram, Ryan Benesh won the vote 5-2. However, Twitter, Dane Smith was voted 8-3. Dane Smith wins the vote 10-8. Dane Smith, the number 3 seed, is moving on to the semifinals. And finally, the one that I've been waiting for, our defending champion and number 2 seed, Joe Resetarits of the Philadelphia Wings, and it's number 10, Nangon Thompson of the Halifax Thunderbirds. On Instagram, Resetarits was voted 9-6. On Twitter, it was 12-6, also in favor of Resetarits. Having the biggest win margin in the round number 2, Joe Resetarits won the vote 21-12, meaning Joe Resetarits has moved on to the semifinals. Which means our other side of the Final Four is going to be Dane Smith against Joe Resetarits. Maybe a little bit like too much applause tracks there. I don't know. So again, Reed Bowering against Taylor Jensen. That voting will open tomorrow, as will Dane Smith against Joe Resetarits. And of course, the winner of those two meet in the finals, and we're close to crowning a Fresh Fits champion. Also, I'm looking forward to Pat Gregoire receiving his Fresh Fits merchandise for being the winner on the broadcasters side, which we introduced this season. Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Daily Dive. Reminder to visit our shop by going to Daily Dive LAX on Instagram or Twitter and clicking the link tree in our bio, or by going directly there at dailydivelax.creator-spring.com. Also on our social media, you can find show updates and, of course, the latest from Coach Leroy and the best bets from Captain Patrick. It's been a fun year. Cannot wait for tomorrow's show. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow, same time, same place, 4 o'clock Eastern. This has been another presentation of Daily Dive and 12-Ounce Sports. Have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks for watching Daily Dive. See you next time.